Hi guys, Aaron here from Technogym. So in this video, we're going to walk through day-to-day use of the My Wellness CRM Booking 2.0 if you are ever working at reception. So whether you're management, whether you're a reception staff, potentially you're a PT that also spends time at the reception desk, this video is for you. So first thing we're going to do is head over to the planner over here. And we're going to click into calendar, and the settings you want to make sure that you've got is under facility. You want to make sure that you're sitting as week rather than day, and you want to just make sure none of these have been used, because otherwise that will reduce the amount that you'll be able to see in your calendar. Now, just to explain what we're seeing here is these are all your staff or booking slots made available. Down the side here, you'll only see staff here if they have time available or if they have something on the booking calendar. So as an example, if Devon here didn't have any booking time available, but she was booked as a class instructor, she'll also be on this list. Cool, so what we're seeing here is the white is all available time and the grey is unavailable time. And this calendar goes from left to right and is a full week. So basically you'll see here Monday, let's say 1 a.m. And as we move through, it'll change to Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and so on and so forth. Now, the other important component is that this blue line here represents the time that it is right now. So right now it's 6:30 a.m. and that's represented by this blue line that'll slowly make its way across the screen. Cool. Now we discussed in the other videos that we can color code all of these activities. So these are all the things or the bookings that you have for the day. So these blue ones here are, we can see, are sauna bookings. We have yellow that's representing the personal training bookings, and we have green that in this case is representing the Technogym checkup or the body scan. Now, just to quickly refer these back, if you want to change the way that these look, you can head into the automation tab, you can head into the activities tab, and as you can see, these yellow tabs here are representing the PT bookings. We can click into it and we can change these tabs to a different color. So it's really easy to color code your calendar. Awesome, so we're heading back into that calendar now. Now let's say, as an example, let's run through a couple of scenarios. You are a gym staff working on reception, and you've got multiple bookings today for this generic service, which doesn't need in particular one kind of person. It needs just anyone at the gym to support them usually. So if you head down here, we can see that at 9 a.m. we're going to have a body scan, and we can see who the member is. So we can click into the member and view information about the member if we like. If we've got questionnaires answered against them, we can head into the assessment tab and we'll be able to go down here and see the questionnaires they've completed. And once that task is done, what we need to do is we tick it off as being completed. So super easy. Now, one of the other really cool things you'll notice is that this here is a class booking. So essentially, because the class bookings and the professional service bookings are all built out all within the same calendar, it means that we can, even though time is available, so as an example, this person's available from 8:30 a.m. till 12:30 p.m., even though they're available, if we book them in as doing a class, it'll automatically take that time away from being available. Now, the next scenario I'm going to walk you through is basically booking in a service for a member. So the scenario that I put you in right now is that, let's say you've just signed someone up, or someone has walked up to the reception desk and they're asking if they can be booked in to do a personal training session or an induction or something along these lines. With traditional calendars or calendars that everyone manages their own, that process would usually include you giving the phone number of the personal trainer or giving the member details to the personal trainer, and then there would be a delay in the booking and potentially losing that opportunity to help that member or book that member in and gather the revenue associated with that booking. So with the Booking 2.0, it's really easy. So we would simply ask the member, okay, what are you looking to book in? Let's say it's a 60-minute PT session. Okay, what's your availability like? Maybe they come back and say, I'm available on Wednesday in the afternoon. Well, straight away, if you head through your booking calendar, you'll be able to see that Aaron is available Wednesday afternoon. And it's as easy as confirming the time. So, okay, we've got a time available for 2 p.m. Does that work for you? Yes, it does. We can click in. We can then make the booking. So we want to head over to this activity here and choose what the activity is. So let's say it's a 30-minute PT session, or actually 60-minute PT session. We would then add the client details. Perfect. The time is all scheduled over here. We can see another view of the calendar if we want to. So that just shows the day's activities. And all we need to do is click on save. Perfect. So right now that is done. Now what's really cool about the Booking 2.0 calendar is that if I, as a reception staff, book in a service with another staff member that's not me, it means that that staff member will also get a notification to say that they have a service booked in, and also the customer will get a notification that they've got a service booked in, and it will sit in their respective devices. So it'll sit in the Technogym app for the member, and it will sit in the My Wellness for Professionals app for the staff member. So everyone is notified extremely simply. Now, managing the settings of your booking is also really important to understand as well. So what I mean by that is if we head over into the automation tab here and we head into the activities tab, we can go over to this settings button here. Now this settings button allows you to set the cancellation and booking reservation time. So what that means is that right now it's set so that the service bookings may book a service 12 hours prior to the service starting. So that means that anytime within the next 12 hours, they themselves cannot make a booking from the app. It won't be available to book. And same with cancellations as well. So let's say my booking is in 10 hours. I won't be able to cancel that booking because I'm not available to the cancellation service, or the cancellation reservation is set to 12 hours. So you can pick and choose what's best for your gym. What's important to note is that these settings are for all services. They cannot be set individually, so all services are made under these rules. And I'm going to show you what this looks like in action on the My Wellness CRM. So let's say another scenario, a member comes to you and says, hey, I'd really like to make a booking for this afternoon, but I can't do it in my app. Is there any way that you can, book me in? And the answer is yes. So you would head over to your planner here, and let's select a time that's within the next 12 hours. So if we see here, we've got available time at 2 p.m. And we click in and we want to make the booking. So let's just do a 30-minute PT session. And we're going to add in the member details. Perfect. And we're going to go ahead and make that booking. Now, what's going to appear is this. And basically, it'll give you the reason. So you cannot book this activity for Aaron Bush for the following reasons: that bookings are closed. Now, if you still want to continue and make this booking, you can. You simply need to give a reason. So you might say spoken to the PT, and click here and say book. Oh, sorry, I'm already booked into another time slot. So The reason that appeared was because that particular member is already booked in to do the checkup, which we've done. So we'll go forward a little bit and go 2:30. "30-minute session." And we're going to save. So, spoke to PT and book. Awesome. So as you'll see, that'll automatically book into the calendar. And that also shows you another little feature of the booking system, is that if the member's already booked into another service at the same time, it won't allow the booking. So we're just preventing, double bookings and things like that. But as you'll see, that'll log into that day, and the member is now booked in and the staff is notified. Now the same thing goes for a cancellation. So let's say, as an example, someone comes up to the reception desk and says, "Hey, I'd really like to cancel, but it won't allow me in the app. It says bookings are closed. Cancellations are closed." Well, if you discuss with the customer and you're happy to cancel the service, again, you can click on edit, and you can delete the booking. And it'll say here that you can't delete it because cancellations are closed. Do you still want to delete the activity? Yes, I do. So it's just good that that warning pops up and tells you, so that your staff don't accidentally make the mistake of cancelling bookings that are within the next 12-hour period and upset personal training staff. Now, final point is that the services that are on that 12-hour window, the reason that they're so important to have that setting is because it allows your PTs to have some certainty on the day. So you're expecting your staff to make available their time, but what you want to give them is some certainty. So when they wake up at, say, 6 a.m. in the morning, they know that all of their bookings are set in stone for the day, and they can work their day around it. So if they make that time available all the way, you'd see here, up until 6, they won't be able to be booked in. And obviously once it gets to 8, then no one will be able to book them in until 8 p.m. onwards. So it just gives them some certainty on the day. So you can play with that reservation time to work for your business. Cool. The final point that I want to make here is that throughout the day, you might become busy or things like that, and you want to lock off time, or later in the week you might have an appointment and you want to lock off time available. So instead of going into your availability and changing the availability, what I recommend to do is, if you head over to the automation tab and you click into the activities tab, I recommend you make one of these busy tasks. So it's just as simple as clicking plus here and clicking on task. I like to make them red just so everyone can see them. And you can call this whatever you want. So you can call it busy, you can call it meeting, you can call it literally anything you want to call it to represent what you're going to be doing during that time. And you can change the default duration. Cool. So once you've done that, you can then use that on the calendar. So if you head back into your planner again, you go into the calendar and you'd slide along to, let's say, tomorrow, or even you can do that within the day. But let's say you've got a booking to see someone tomorrow and you don't want to have anyone book your time, then you can simply click into anywhere on the calendar. You can click this busy tab. Now you do have to select a contact to add to the calendar as well. So all you need to do is add yourself in. So you have to add someone, so just add yourself in as the contact. And then you can click on save, or if you want to adjust the time, you can. So you can see here, all right, I'm available from 3 until 4:30. All you need to do is, if you wanted to make all that time unavailable, select it like that. You can see that you'll be unavailable and click on save. And so now that time is blocked out, And not only is it blocked out for your members to book in, but it's blocked out for your staff to book in. It's blocked out, people can actively see that you're busy during those hours. So it just becomes really easy to utilize. And the final one that I've made is just one for booking out annual leave, because again, we don't really want to play with the availability if we can avoid it. Instead, what's better to do is to go ahead and block out a whole day. So the way that I like to do this is if you go to Wednesday the 17th as an example, and you go right down and you click at the start of the day, you can then go down to, I've created one called leave. Now the default time length for leave is 1,440 minutes, which basically is a whole day. And all you need to do is add in here and go to your staff member. So let's say I'm going to do this for Aaron. Again, add their name in as the contact. So if you're making a holiday tab for Aaron, make sure you do the contact as Aaron and click on save. And then as you can see, that'll block that timeout for that person. And as operating staff, you'll be able to click on here and see that they're on leave. So it's super easy to do. Now, if you want to just see the settings and how I made that, if you head over to automation, actually you won't be able to head over to automation, you'll have to make this yourself, but under activities, and you go down to leave. So you can see here, I just called it leave, I put a nice picture in there, you don't have to do that, and I made the default time 14:39. Super easy to make. Awesome guys, so that's it for this video. In the next video, I'm going to walk through how PTs can use this booking system to add all their recurrent PT sessions in and accurately represent what they have on for that day. Cheers guys.